everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. So today I've got a compilation for you of, I think there's about 13 designs. I am going to try and talk through it, but obviously it is quick because it's a compilation, so I'm not really going to be able to give much detail. But here I am literally just stamping this on, and that is literally it for this design. It is just a stamp design. I'm just removing a bit there that I didn't want, and a bit of the top. And then I'll be going in with the stamp again just to fill that bottom area with some more snowflakes, and then that is literally it for this one. It's a nice deep blue with some silver snowflakes on top, super easy. And then next up we've got, so that blue that I just used was Diamond Glitters Gel Perfection Starry Night, I think. I did actually write notes when I was making this video of all the colours that I used. Obviously Gel Perfection has been discontinued, so you can't purchase it anymore, but obviously I know a lot of people already have it like I do, so I'm going to give you the names just in case you have them and want to use the same. So that was Starry Night. This one I'm using now, this base colour, is Pumpkin Pie, and then we're using a Tears Beauty foil over the top of the Moira gel stamping foil stamping polish, which you can see on a previous video that I did recently, so I'm not going to go into too much detail about that. I'm just using a little eyeshadow applicator to get off the excess foil that stuck to places that weren't sticky. Obviously it comes off pretty quick because there's nothing for it to stick to. And then that is it for this nail, just top coated, and that's it, super easy. Next up we're going to be using a cat eye gel, and it's from Blue Sky. I can't remember which one this actually is, but obviously just look for the one that's, well, let's actually just have a look. So it's QCM79, this one, and it's a beautiful like deep red orange cat eye. So it's like, it's orange, but the cat's eye effect itself is orange, but it's deep red in the background, if that makes any sense. But it's a beautiful colour, perfect for autumn time. So we're just going to stamp on some bats to this, something a little bit different, just using a black stamping polish from Moira and my stamper from Moira as well. One of the bats didn't stick because I messed around with it for way too long, so they dried on the stamper, but I just made sure that it was all stuck before I top coated. And here we are with top coat. Super effective. And then next up for the base colour I used Blushing Bridesmaid from Gel Perfection, and I'm just doing a whole two coats of that on this nail, and then we're going to be making this nail velvet. So it's 2 coats of colour and then a coat of velvet top coat, and then we'll do the design on top of the velvet. I wanted this nail to be velvet background with some textured and shiny design on top. So we're going in with Platinum now, and my Erin's favourite brush from Erin Seals collection. They are beautiful brushes. I use them in pretty much every video, so if I ever use like detail and nail art brushes, or any black brushes for that matter, they're always going to be Erin's. Her link to her website is in the description. So I'm just going in with Platinum. I'm just creating some silver lines, and then we're going to pop those in the lamp for a full cure. We're full curing because I'm going to be top coating these before I do the next part of the design. So it needs a full cure, not a flash cure, because we're going to have a coat of something on top. And then once that's cured, I'm then going in with top coat. This is just a no wipe top coat. I'm just putting some of that over the top, making sure that it's all covered. And then I will cure that, and then once we come out of the lamp we can go in with our white gel. So this is Alaska from Diamond Glitters Gel Perfection, obviously, and I'm just using the same brush just to create a thicker white line next to that silver one. But this time I'm not going to be curing it, I'm going to be leaving this wet because we're going to be sprinkling on some glitter for the textured look, which is really popular in the winter months. So the glitter that I used was Gold Crush from Sparkle Supplies UK. You can get 15% off with my code BMB15. The discount code is in the description box as always, along with any discount codes I have for any other brands as well. But I'm just putting a white line with the silver. If you're worried about like getting this perfect and you're worried that you're going to mess one up while you paint the other one, you could always do one line, sprinkle over the top, cure it, remove the excess glitter, do another line, cure it, and so on. I decided to do all the lines at once because I just am impatient. I don't have the patience to keep curing all the time, because obviously this isn't one where you can flash cure. So I'm just finishing up the lines, and then like I said, before I put them into the lamp, I'm then going to sprinkle Gold Crush over the top. And then we're going to pop it in the lamp, and then when it comes out we can brush off any excess, and then that's our design done. I really liked this one. This was one of my favourites. So that's what that looks like. Obviously you can use it with any colour combinations. Next one is super easy. We're going in with cream satin as the base colour, just because it's a nice like vintagey sort of feel for this one. And then we're literally just going to be sticking some decals on the top. Super easy. So we're using this burgundy bouquet decal sheet from Nail Decals by Design. I have a discount code for these as well, which is also in the description box, but it's Beth10 with a capital B. So we're doing 2 coats of colour. I'm actually under curing the cream second layer. I'm going to cure it for 30 seconds instead of 1 minute. So then the tacky layer will be more tacky, the decals will stick better, and then I can cure it for a further 30 seconds to make sure it's full cured. So I'm just placing the decal on, making sure it's where I want it, and then as soon as it's all as flat as I can get it and where I want it, I'm just going to pop another 2 decals on. Obviously you can put as many or as little as you want on. You could have just left it how it was, and I would have actually left it how it was with just around the cuticle area if it was a shorter nail, because it was longer I just felt like it needed something a bit more. But on natural nails that are shorter I would have definitely just left it with the cuticle cuffed area. And then once we've done that, all we need to do is top coat, obviously after I've finished curing, and then this nail is done. Super easy. So next up I am using Saffron from Gel Perfection, and we're going to be using a glitter for this one. I'm just adding a bit of base coat to my palette. This is the glitter we're using. It's called Toffee from Sparkle Supplies UK. I mixed a bit of toffee in with the base coat, and I'm just using my ombre brush to apply it. You can use any brush to apply, it doesn't have to be an ombre brush. Just making sure that the cuticle area is nice and full of glitter, and then it fades down, because obviously this is a glitter fade nail. Super easy but really autumnal because of the colours. They go together perfectly. So I definitely recommend this combination. They are beautiful. And then all I did after this, I didn't show on camera, was I did apply a coat of base coat just to smooth out any extra bits that are a bit lumpy bumpy, and then top coat on top, and it was nice and smooth. You can always apply a layer of like a clear builder gel, file it to make sure it's nice and smooth, and then top coat after, but I didn't feel the need. Next up we're using Frosty from Tia's Beauty. This colour is beautiful, really beautiful. I think it's going to be really popular in the winter. And then for this one we're stamping on some white, what are they called? Some white snowflakes, because I think the white goes really well with the light blue background. Then we're just going to use a dotting tool and white to just stamp on a few white dots that look a little bit like really small dots of snow. And then that is it for this one. So that was super easy as well. Just top coat and you're done. So the next one, we're using Pretty in Peach as the base colour, which is this beautiful peach colour. I really love this. We're also going to be having this as a matte nail as well, because we're going to be using Magpie gel paints on top, which don't need to be top coated because they cure non-tacky, so they're fine to go as they are. So I'm applying 2 coats of colour, a coat of velvet top. I've used Make It Velvet from Gel Perfection, and then we're going in with the black gel paint and my brush from Erin. This is the Bestie brush, which is beautiful. It's basically Erin's favourite, like the actual name of that brush is Erin's favourite, by the way, but it's that brush but smaller, it's shorter bristles. So we're just creating some trees basically. Upon reflection of this, I would have done the trees like maybe only 2 trees and cover the whole nail in them instead of just 3 little small ones that don't really link up, but there we go, we learn from what we do. So just doing some branches, super light pressure on the brush to make sure the bristles are nice and like there's not really a lot of pressure going on, so they're nice and like small branches basically. We don't want really thick ones. And then once I've done that, I'm going to be using the red gel paint from Magpie, and I'm just going to be dotting on some dots at the end of those branches. And that is literally it for this one. Super easy. As soon as this has come out the I was going to say microwave then, I don't know why. But as soon as this has come out the lamp, this one is then finished as well. So it's super easy and simple to do. So next up we're going in with Coffee Bean. No, we're not. We're going in, what is this colour? Fawn, this is. And then I'm going to be using Blue Sky's Clear Blossom Base Coat. And then we're going to pop that on, leave it wet, and do a blossom base. I don't know what is wrong with me. It's too hot today, I can't function. So we're doing Clear Blossom Base, leaving that wet, and then I'm going to mix the colours, as you'll see in a minute. We're just going to put a blob of the colours onto my palette. We're going to mix them together with a dotting tool and then sweep them up with an ombre brush and just twizzle them down the nail. It's not really an autumn / winter design as such, it's mainly just like autumny colours, so would still work well for this time of year. Now we're just going to scoop them up with my ombre brush and then flip the brush around and just place them on the nail all over the place, really. Just go crazy. It's not really a specific way to do this because obviously it's a blossom, which means it's going to go everywhere anyway, and it's also marble, which means that it doesn't really matter if it's perfect. So that is all we did for this one. So again, super easy, just going to top coat and then on to the next one. So the next nail is done with cinnamon stick and a Brilebird Builder Gel. No, not Builder Gel. Brilebird Glamour Gel, sorry. This is the one that I'm going to be using. It is Glamour Gel 14 and it is definitely a must for autumn. It's a beautiful colour, super sparkly. So we're going to be doing like a little pumpkin on this one. I'm not going to lie, I would prefer to do a pumpkin on a square nail, but obviously I'm working on these stiletto ones, so I just had to make do sort of thing. They also look really cute done at cuticles as well, but they look upside down to me like that, so that's another reason I didn't do that on this nail, but they do look really cute. So I'm just creating the pumpkin itself with this glittery gel, and then once I've done that, 2 coats of it to make it super sparkly, I'm going to velvet top coat the whole nail, and then we can do our nail art on top. And then I wanted the background to be velvet and the design on top to be sparkly, so velvet top the whole thing, and then we can just no wipe top coat the bits that we want glossy at the end. I always find doing nail art on like a velvet surface really easy, so that's why I did that. So I'm just going in now with Coffee Bean, which is a nice dark brown, and I'm just creating like the stalk. Is it called a stalk or a stem? Stalk, I don't know. I'm creating this top thing of the pumpkin with this. I did look at pumpkins before I created this because I've never actually painted one before, I don't think, and they are really light, but the brown just went really well with the colour scheme of the nail that I was doing, so I've done it like that. And obviously pumpkins are not usually glittery, so it doesn't really matter. So once I've done that, I'm then just going to cure that in place for 10 seconds, so just flash cure that, and then I'm going in with white on my bestie brush and I'm creating the outline of the pumpkin and some lines down the middle. And then I will put it all in for a full cure, and then we can gloss top coat just the sparkly areas. So I use my detail brush to top coat the brown bit at the top of the pumpkin, and then I will use my brush from my top coat to top coat the rest of the pumpkin because it's just much easier than doing it with a small nail art brush. I really liked this nail. It turned out really different and I like different, so I'm glad I did this one. Super easy as well. And then once I've obviously done all the top coating, you'll see the end result. It's really beautiful, and then we can move on to the next one. So the next one is just going to be a swirly sort of pattern. I'm not really going to talk through this because you can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to tell you what the colours are. So we've got Autumn Dusk, English Rose and Cream Satin in this set. I think this one I'm using right now is English Rose and the other one is Autumn Dusk, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'm really sorry about that. But, you know, they're similar sort of colours. One's just slightly darker than the other one. So I'm just going to let you watch this one because it's pretty self-explanatory. We're just doing some swirls, filling in the gaps and then top coating, and that one is finished. So next up we've got a really simple design but really effective. I really like how this one turned out. So we're going to be doing Nude Mood as the background colour. It's a very slight shimmer, but we're going to be having it velvet, so you can't really see the shimmer, but I love the colour. So this colour I'm using now is Berry Jam, and I'm going in with that just on this area here. As you can see, I'm creating the line with my detailer brush. This is Erin's favourite, and then we're going in with the brush from the bottle. I did 2 coats of this just to make sure it was nice and full coverage, and then we can go in with the design. For the design I'm going to be using Tia's Beauty Gold Chrome and also the black gel paint from Magpie Beauty. So I'm now applying velvet top coat to this because, like I said, I wanted the nude bit to be, well no, I wanted it all to be velvet. I forgot, I don't even know what I'm talking about now. The whole thing is velvet. So we're going in with the black gel paint now from Magpie because, like I said, it cures tack free, so it's perfect for doing detail with chrome. So I'm just applying a thick line of that here and then one further down, I think. And once I've done that, I'm going to cure that for a full cure, and then I'm going to apply the gold chrome to the top of it, and then I top coated the 2 black lines that had the chrome on and then wiped off the excess chrome. I wasn't too bothered about the excess chrome with this design because obviously the base was going to stay velvet anyway. If I wanted to top coat the whole nail after, I would have made sure to obviously clean it up and stuff, but I didn't need to, so it wasn't an issue. So as you can see, just doing that, I'm going to brush over it with my fluffy brush. Not fluffy brush, my Magpie duster brush, dusting off the excess. Again, didn't clean it up because didn't need to. Just going in with no white top coat over the gold chrome, making sure that absolutely everywhere is covered so we don't have any random black bits poking through. And then once that is finished, I can just wipe off all the excess, and then that is our design complete. So last but not least, we're going in with Peachy Nude as our background this time, and we're going to be using pigments to do an ombre on this nail, just like a peekaboo ombre because we're not going to see it completely. I'm using Apricot pigment from Tia's Beauty. Again, you can get a discount if you use my code that's in the description box. I went in with the Tia's Beauty tubby brush first to pack on the pigment at the bottom because I wanted that to be nice and like vibrant. And then I'm using this fluffy makeup brush. I think it's just an eyeshadow brush from Amazon. Nice and simple and cheap. And I'm just blending it up with that. And then we're going to go over with base coat. I'm making sure to do all the top first and then using my brush at the bottom of the nail, not swiping it all over the place, but make sure to remove the excess as well. And then I'm going in with Erin's favourite brush again and a Blackout from Gel Perfection. And we're going to just basically apply that to both sides, leaving a strip down the middle where we're going to do some stamping, and then that is this nail done when I've top coated at the end. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It's something a little bit different. Took me a ridiculous amount of time to film and edit and put together and everything, but it was worth it because I really like how it turned out and I'm happy with all the designs. So let me know if you like this style of video, and I will do more. I was thinking of doing a Halloween one, a Christmas one, and when obviously Valentine's Day comes around I can do it, things like that as well. But let me know if you like this style, and I will do more compilations because I usually just do full sets, not just one individual nail. So yeah, let me know how you like it, if you like it or not. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll be back with another video soon. Bye.